Hi, I front of house for Marsha Ball. I've been mixing Marsha for 23 years, and for 23 years we've been playing the New Orleans Jazz Festival, and it's a wonderful event. It's usually raining, and it is
Today
raining
it is.
now, but that's just the way it goes. And I'm a microphone junkie. I own a lot of microphones, and I've been using Audix Microphones for, I would say, 8 years now. And I own almost 25 Audix microphones, different ones.
I own this company. Our first year here at Jazz Festival was in 1987, so we're celebrating 30 years. We started in gospel, did that for 11 years, did Ray Bands for 5 years. We've done Economy Hall and Kids Tent. This is our retirement gig here. We're happy in this thing. It's a lot of fun. It's a good tent.
I started my first working job here in 1983, and I've been credentialed here ever since. I didn't always work because I had other jobs and I did some tour stuff through here, but 34 years this year, and it's changed. It's grown into a monster.
What's your favorite part about the event?
Well, my favorite part about the event is this stage. I've grown to love this little community of the people that come every year, and it's a more intimate experience at this stage. And we put on, I think, one of the better shows here at Fest because we don't have to compete. People come here to see this.
I've been here running this stage for about 8 years. I was brought on by another contractor as a production manager, and it was a hit, and we did great for a couple of years under another name, and then I was asked to bring my company, PM Productions, onto the grounds, and we started with my crew and all of my equipment doing this stage now. It's the 4th year as a PM production stage, and it's been very successful, and we're happy to be here. It's a great time.
30 years ago, Kingston Audio came into existence, and we built a system and came out and started doing the Jazz Festival. And we've been doing it ever since, either at the Blues tent, the Gospel tent, or the Gentilly stage.
My name's Chad. I've been here for about 5 years over here at the Gospel tent with Kent, learning under this guy, and Chris back here. Yeah, I've been over here. I'm a musician. I travel around, and it's really nice to always be here at Jazz Fest with such a good community and great tools, good things to work with.
My name is Chris Block. This is my 10th year at the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival. It's my 4th year working with Kent and Chad here. It's a great time.
We've been doing it since 1990. Yeah, it's a good festival, it's our kind of music. So they keep calling us back every year, so it's a good thing,
Well, I'm a New Orleans boy, so I've been coming here since it ever started, but I've been working here since 1978, and keeps us coming back. The best mix of talent in the world in one place, and a great festival with great food and great production people. I think the best production people in the world.
Well, actually I lived in New Orleans several years ago. I used to be an engineer for Alan Toussaint. Alan's son Reggie called me a few months ago and says, "Hey, how would you like to come mix the jazz stage this year at the Jazz Fest?" And we got our calendars together, and I said, "I'm open, would love it." So here I am.
I did my first stage in 1992, and I guess I was on time. So I guess that prompted me coming back for further years. So yeah, I've worked 5, 6 different stages in my time.
What Audix products and mics are you using?
We're using all Audix products, and we have for a while. Like D6, my favorite kick drum mics, and then i5s and D2s.
OMs.
We're using OM7s,
sixes
on vocals, which over the years I've found to be absolutely the best mic in this situation. You got a lot of open mics, a lot of clatter with these Cajun guys, and it just keeps me focused, and it makes our monitor guy's life much easier. I've never heard a squeak on that stage, never.
We were introduced to Audix by Metro Joe first year at Jazz Fest, and right away started trying out the mics. I started buying them. I've been using them for, going on 8 years now. Love the product. Particularly what I like on this stage, for example, to support Audix, as they have supported us, we're using all Audix instrument mics, some Audix vocals, the Lollipop mics, 25s in my piano, STX 25, and I got a D4 in the piano also to catch some of the warmth. Great sounding mics, great noise rejection, not picking up the drum kit and the cymbals like most condenser mics would when you're trying to mic a piano. I really like them all, really. The drum mics are great. The D6 is a great kick drum, bass guitar mic. I love the OM6 in background vocals because when the guy's singing the mics, it sounds incredible. When they step away from the mic, I'm not micing the drum kit from the front of the stage. All around, great products. I've used them on tour. Been out with Philip Anselmo and Down and Hank Williams III, Corrosion of Conformity, and we used a mixture of Audix mics on all the stages all over the world, on the tours. And locally, we do national bands on a weekly basis, and just about every stage we do is an Audix mic. Every mic kit we own has a handful of Audix mics, and if not, a full complement, and the engineers just get to pick.
So we're presenting 56 choirs or gospel praise groups in 7 days. We're using the microphones on the choir. We've been using them probably for at least 10 years.
Yeah. Our mic's solid, great coverage. You can really hear everything that you need to hear, and it really comes out and pops.
Okay. What are you using on the piano over there?
Well, we've got the SCX 25A low series, which means it's low output. I use the SCX 25As for the wide stereo image. They bring out all the details, so pretty awesome mic.
We got Audix all on the drum set, and they sound excellent. D6 is killing it, as always. Rock steady.
The piano mics, the Lollipops for the piano, D6. Between kick and like tuba, we got a lot of tuba stuff with the brass bands going. That really works good, Fits right down in there, wrap around the tower, so it's good. The microflexes and the toms, overheads, your condenser mics, the pencil type, and the switch mics we've been using a lot for. A lot of bands got a bunch of ears, so a bunch of talk mics for that purpose.
Cool.
Pretty much everything, percussion stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, use some percussion.
Any of them a favorite that you like to go to?
The Microflex is the D6, and the piano mics sound good. The new clip makes it easier.
It's an entirely complete Audix package we use. D2, D4, D6, the SCX condensers, yeah. And it's just a i5 on all instruments, sound great, OM6 on vocals, and really all we do is just turn them up, make them louder, and they sound great.
I understand you're using the Audix wireless systems. Can you tell us a little bit about how you're applying those and how they're working for you?
Well, I gotta say that it's always a pleasure working with these Audix headsets, especially here at Jazz Fest. This is my 3rd year that I've had the pleasure of working with them. Overall, I think they're very well-behaved headsets. Very easy to manage, very good on a wide range of PAs that I've used. Easy to set. I think that's kind of the word. It's just they're very workable, very easy to use.
Fantastic, and I understand that one of the products that you used from Audix this year was our wireless VX5 mic. You have any thoughts about that particular mic?
Well, I'd never used it before, and you guys came up and said, hey, we're using this for a particular artist, and it's like, well, okay. So it was there. There actually was no real sound check other than just a line check, and basically I pushed up the fader there it was. It worked, so I was real pleased with that.
I'm Chris Scott. I'm a front of house engineer for the Kids Tent. First Jazz Fest 1999. Happy to be back. I love the choir mics. They've been a lifesaver here at the Kids Tent. They've given us a lot of action in the front. We can make sure the kids are heard and everyone can hear the clarity of the beautiful sound. James.
Brother Seamus, Kids Tent, 2017.
What?
I'd like to highlight the ADX51 condenser microphone.
Hey.
It's great on children. Any kind of, you know, the overheads on your drums, we put them up everywhere. We love them.
True.
Get you some.
Notice some VX10s on stage. How old are they?
Oh man, we've had those VX10s probably 10. We got those in the first round of our trip, on our first trip to Wilsonville.
Awesome.
We took a bunch of our mics. We had been using some high-end, I won't mention any manufacturers, but some high-end vocal mics and some high-end stuff on the percussion. And we went by the factory in Wilson, the Audix factory in Wilsonville, and they had a PA set up and some gear to where we could AB our mics with their the Audix mics. And everything we had seems like Audix had something that was similar but sounded a little better. And I just said, hey, we got to do this. This is great.
One of the mics that's really been helping me out manage damage control is the ADX20 with the horn clip. I've been using that on saxophones and regular brass horns. And it's just been helping me keeping the mics right in the perfect spot for the horn, so they don't back off and I get more stage volume. And it's really, really clean. It does reject a good amount of stage volume because it's a little condenser right next to it. And one of the mics that I'm looking at all the time is the TM1. I have 3 TM1s analyzing the room at any time. I have one by my main stacks that's, you know, looking at all my frequencies that I'm producing. I got one on the stage so I can say, hey, monitor guy, take a look at this frequency. And I have one at front of house.
On drums, we're using D4s. On toms, we're using the STX 112s. For overheads, we have I5 on the ride, pretty interesting. And then I think we've been using the D2s for the horn and percussion microphones. And then what else? What they're using else? I'm not exactly sure.
SCX 25s for the piano.
Oh, we're using. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I used cab grabbers inside of the piano, and I have 2 SCX 25s, low and high, and then we have an i5 in the middle for the dynamic mic. It's pretty interesting. It's a pretty interesting setup. So anyway, so I was the first one in the world, I think, to use a cab grabber for a piano mic stand. So Phil took some pictures a while back of me doing it and said, that's great, man, that's the first one ever. So then like 3 years later, my friend is here using my exact same configuration, and they took his picture and it's on the website and you'll see it there, and there he is. Yeah, so someone else got credited with my action.
Well, not anymore.
And now we've corrected it. It doesn't really matter though, but cab grabbers spread on the piano work really great. It's awesome. Thank you.